500 million? I don't know. Hey guys, so we are here for Larry's New Year book tag for 2025. So I already filmed this, at least half of it, and then I stopped to eat dinner, and then I spilled something on my shirt, and I figured for the sake of continuity, let's just start over. So here we are. Question 1. How many books are you planning on reading in 2025? 100. That is my standard answer. Have never come even remotely close, but it's fine. It's nice to have a standard goal that we continue to fail at. Maybe this year will be the year. Question 2. What are you likely to reread? So I'm actually not a big rereader, and definitely if I do, it's usually just like little snippets. It's not like a full reread. Once I know what happens, it's not really like as exciting to me. But 2 books that I do think I will reread this year is the Book of Azrael and the second book, which I can't ever seem to remember the name of. But this is the Gods and Monsters series by Amber V. Nicole, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I gave this book 5 stars and the second book 5 stars, and then I haven't read the third book yet, but I plan to reread 1 and 2 and then read 3 in preparation for book 4, which will be releasing in May, I think. And happy birthday to me. Thank you so much, Amber, for your work. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a 5-star series for me, and I originally started reading it because I thought last spring when the third book came out that it was a completed trilogy, so that's why I started reading it. And then I discovered that it's going to be, I think, 7 books. So, kind of, you know, lost the plot on that one. But it is what it is. Still a great series. And I guess I should be excited that there's going to be more books if I love the series, right? Next question. An author you are done with. I don't have an answer for this one. There's nobody that I like can't stand their writing that I know of yet. Maybe if we hit that reading goal of 100, I'll have an answer for this for the next year. But as of right now, I don't have anybody that I'm leaving in the dust. Something new you want to try, trope or genre. So for this one, I put adult fantasy. I really do. I have collected some here and there, and I really do want to get into it. I just haven't taken the plunge because, you know, they're intimidating. They're all, I don't know why it feels more intimidating to learn a magic system and a new world and new species and all that kind of stuff in an adult fantasy as opposed to romantasy, because you have all those things. Maybe it's just more developed in adult fantasy, but I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. You'll see at least one of those pop up in some more questions here. The next question, a popular book you want to read. So this may come as a shock, but I have never read Fourth Wing, and I think it's because I like to binge books, and I don't like to wait a year between books, sometimes more than a year. It hurts my heart. But the third one just came out. Onyx Storm just came out, what, a week or 2 ago at the time I'm filming this, and I'm excited to finally jump in. I know it's not completed with Onyx Storm, but it's fine. At least I have 3 books to get into. So that's that. And then next question, most anticipated 2025 release. So again, Gods and Monsters book 4. As of right now, it just shows the title as Gods and Monsters, which is the actual name of the series. So I don't know if that's the actual title or just like a placeholder, but super excited to read that. And then, let me see. The sequel to Quicksilver should be coming out. I believe they just announced in September of this year. So I think the title is Brimstone, and interesting selection for that title. But I gave this 5 stars as well, and I just ate it up, and I read this so quickly for how chunky of a book this is. Was not bored at all, and I had a great time. So very excited to go back into this world and revisit these characters. I really enjoy the side characters of this series, so I'm excited to go back, because that's not always the case, is that the side characters are like anywhere near as good as the main story. And then a bookish goal is the next question. What is your bookish goals? So one, to keep up with this channel, because I just started in January, so let's keep it going. Let's hope we get there. Second goal is to keep up with my reading journal, because I kind of, you know, haphazardly fill it out, and then I want it to look pretty, you know, with all the things. I usually go and fill in pages like with placeholders so that I know what I need to go back in and do, but I'd like to just keep up with it in real time, because I think it serves more of its purpose if I'm writing the summaries of the books and what I enjoyed about them in real time, instead of having to go back and reread a synopsis to even remember what the characters' names are. I need to like be more on top of that. So that's a goal for sure. Let's see, a book that's been on your TBR that you probably won't read. So I was looking over my bookshelves and this one just like stuck out to me. This is Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. It's historical fiction, which is definitely not my genre. It's not my thing. But I read like 2 chapters of this and I really loved the story, and also I love the cover, which that doesn't matter obviously, but I did like the first 2 chapters of this, and then I put it down, didn't pick it back up, and just due to the nature of the story, I don't think it's something I'm likely to pick up anytime soon, so it's probably a safe bet. And then the next thing, despite the fantasy question that I answered earlier, I have Blood of Elves in the Witcher series. So I do want to eventually get into this world, but it looks like this is not even the first book. Like if this is the correct reading order on the back of this, it looks like it's the second one. But anyway, I've just heard that this story kind of goes out of order. Like it's, when you're reading the books, it's not in chronological order, and something about jumping into this not even in chronological order, and it's like a whole situation, just sounds more intimidating than reading a fantasy series that does go in order. And I've had this for quite a while, haven't jumped into it, so for that reason it's also qualifying with that answer. Let's see. So, a series you want to read this year. Okay, I have a lot of answers for this question. So, adult fantasy that I do plan on jumping into, or at least that's the goal, is Brandon Sanderson. This is The Way of Kings, which is the first book in the Stormlight Archive. And you know, she's big. She's thick. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. It's so intimidating, but I want to. And obviously, if there's any adult fantasy author that I think I will enjoy due to his popularity, I'm going to think it's Brando Sando. And I'm just going to go for it and hope for the best. When will this happen? I don't know, but I want to. I want to. And I have friends who have read it who I could discuss with. So, I don't know. I want to do it. Hold me to it. Anyway, I have a lot for this answer, so let's move it along. Let's see. Another series that I really... Oh no, my computer unplugged itself. Anyway. Another series I really want to get into is... Magnolia Parks. I've got all the goods. I just need to do the reading. This is the first book, and this is the out of print original covers. This is the US paperback, and then these are all the UK paperbacks in the original covers. That new cover, the cover redesign, is tragic. It's tragic. Like, how can you go from this to shoes, to feet in shoes with the calves of legs, like on a couch, like high heels and Vans? Like, what are we doing? Who did that? Anyway, that's my rant on that. But I want to go ahead and order the UK paperback of the first book so that it matches these, because I think I'm going to end up wanting to tab this series, and I definitely would like to vlog it, so I want to order the right edition and start that journey. Anyway, also, as previously discussed, in case you forgot, Fourth Wing. I have Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. They're all waiting on my shelves. Just need to start it. And let's see. I'm not done. Hang on. Oh, yeah. We got some other ones. Throne of Glass. Okay. I don't know. Also, A Court of the ACOTAR series. I don't know if I should say that I am a romantasy leaning booktuber if I haven't read these two series. It feels like a violation of the trust of the internet. I don't know what I'm saying. If I don't read these series. I have book one of each of them. Haven't read either one. Haven't even started. Like, we haven't even read a page, you know? These are, you know, this is a pretty big series to get into. This is sort of a big series, but not as intimidating, I don't think. I have to figure out the proper reading order for this one. Anyway, they're coming. That's the goal. We'll see. And then, let's see, was this the last? Oh, there is another series. Let me talk into the camera, not to the floor. Lore Olympus. So that is a comic series. I actually started reading Lore Olympus when it was on Webtoon, and then when I found out that it was going to become a, you know, published series, I stopped reading it on Webtoon so that I could, you know, buy the books and be surprised. However, I only have book 1 and 2, and I read them, and I have not ever kept up with the series now, and now there's like, what, 8 volumes out? So I need to acquire those and, you know, catch up with the series. But I do want to, I did start it, but I would probably start over because I've forgotten things. And if you didn't know, that's like a Hades Persephone retelling. Yeah, sure. And the final answer I have for this is Zodiac Academy. I feel like between all the series I just mentioned, like, we're at like 100 books already. And that's not even counting anything else I'd be reading. But anyway, so this is books 1, 2, and 3, and then I have ordered Dark Fae, which I believe is the first book that you should read in I'm going by a reading order. You know. But anyway, you're supposed to read 1, 2, and 3, and then read Dark Fae and read that series. What is that? The Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac? Don't quote me on that. But I'm collecting these, you know. I got 1, 2, and 3, the first book of that, and then I ordered book 4 as well. Those are on their way. So, yeah, that series is a lot. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for the plot, guys. So, that's the end of that question. That was a lot. Your auto buy authors going into 2025 is the next question. So, Callie Hart, who is the author of Quicksilver, because I gobbled that book right up, and anything she writes that's, I know she has some contemporary romance as well, but I don't, I mean, I might check it out, but it's not like I'm hot to trot about it. But anything she writes that's like of this vein, I'm going to read it. And let's see. Next, Amber V. Nicole. Again, Gods and Monsters series. It's top tier, in my opinion. And Jess Wisecup. So, she wrote this series. Oh gosh, what is the actual name of this actual series? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. But this is the first book, Between Wrath and Mercy. Again, these are Bookish Box editions. This is the second book, Between Despair and Hope. And the third book is out and about. I just have to, actually, no, I did pre-order the third book in the Bookish Box edition already. It's just a pre-order, so I don't have it yet. But, yeah, this is a great fantasy series if you are looking for a heroine that is not 20 years old. She's like in her, I want to say she's probably like around my age. Like, I'm 34. I think she's around that age. And this is, the first book is a second chance romance, and she's trying to save her daughter, so she has to go ask him for help, even though she hasn't spoken to him in years, and she married somebody else, and she doesn't know if he's going to help her, but she has no one else to turn to, and it just goes from there. And it's a great series. Also has great side characters. We're getting into other people's love stories while still also following the main couple. And yeah, it's so great. read it. And I also love her, there's a duology that she did with vampires. It's Feather and something. I'll put it on the screen. But I read the first one, haven't read the second one yet, but I also really liked that book. So I think for me, she's become an auto buy for sure. And let's see. A book to show adaptation you're excited about this year. I have no idea. I don't know what's coming out. I think they're making a Fourth Wing TV show, but I haven't read the books, and it's, you know, I am one of those people that can see the value in the show or movie and the book series without comparing everything and getting super mad about it. So I probably will enjoy those type of things, but I just don't really keep up with the news. Like if they start advertising it and I see it and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I'll watch it, most likely. But I don't know the answer to this question, is my answer to this question. Let's see. The next question, a sequel you are anticipating. So again, book 4 of the Gods and Monsters series by Amber V. Nicole, the Quicksilver sequel, which is called Brimstone, and then I feel like there's other answers to this that I just couldn't think of when I was thinking of my answers to these questions. I don't know. We're just going to leave it at that, because those are the first two that popped into my brain when I was thinking about it. And then, let's see. Bookish things you're leaving in 2024. Stress over reading or not, and how many books I own. Which I don't know if I ever really stressed about that. But at a certain point at the end of 2024, I was about to move, and I was like, damn, I have a lot of books. And you know what? We made it, and my friends might hate me for helping me move, but we're here. And so now that we've moved, we're not going to stress about it. We're not going to stress how many books we have that we haven't read and keep buying more. And is this a smart decision? Maybe not, but it makes me happy, you know? We need serotonin, okay? That's all. That's my answer. And then, okay, what to expect from this channel. A lot of reading vlogs and chaos. That's my life, is chaos. I am living in what amounts to a studio apartment, but it's really my mom's garage. And, you know, life took some turns. So, I don't know if I killed it. There was a little flying thing. Anyway, there's some chaos to be had here. I have 3 dogs, a cat. My life is a little bit of a mess, and I don't know how to edit. So, you know, it's a learning curve. Stick around. And let's see. The last question is, how has your reading taste evolved from last year? I would say that over the course of last year, my reading taste definitely evolved from, let's see, okay, so backtrack. I used to only read romance for a long time, and then I got bored, because you can only read romance stories so many times, I guess, before you get tired of reading them. At least that's what happened to me, because I had started reading them way too young, and then, I don't know, eventually I just, whatever. So 2019, I discovered a Books and Lala video, and Kayla changed my life, because I got into BookTube and I started buying all these books, and I was like, well, maybe I can get into like thrillers, and that will hold my attention the way romance used to. And it did. So I have some thrillers. I have gone into my horror era, although you wouldn't know it because I didn't answer any of these questions with anything to do with those genres. But that's just because I'm really in my romantasy era, but I do have those books if the mood strikes. So you might see those from time to time. One of my reading goals for last year was to read more horror, because I was buying it, but I wasn't really reading it. And I think that's because when I read it, it puts me on edge. And when I read, I want to like disassociate. Like I just want to chill and vibe. So I think sometimes I have to be in the right headspace to read horror. So let's see. That's basically what's changed, is that it's kind of become my genre of choice. And I feel like I'm missing a question here. Where did it go? I feel like there was a question of, there it goes. Creators, booktube creators who inspire you. So I'm going to say Kayla from Books and Lala, because she is so organized. Like, I could never. I don't know. And then also, she's trying to be held, so I'll just hold her. If you like tiny dogs and medium dogs and also large dogs, stick around, because I put them in my vlogs a lot. Anyway, yeah, she's super organized. I truly admire her dedication to coming up with interesting ideas and, you know, challenges and stuff like that. She reads a ton. I also could never, but she's also the first booktuber that I ever watched. Like, I used to watch only like makeup content, and then one day I found her video and I was like, oh, there's a whole other side of YouTube I can be addicted to. So that's kind of why my channel is beauty, lifestyle, books, because depending on the day, I might not really be in a book mood, and I might be more into makeup content. And this, you know, it gives me the flexibility to kind of weave back and forth, or, you know, make a vlog where I only read one book, but I talk about my skincare routine. I don't know, stuff like that. But anyway, so for sure her. And then I put Gavin from Gavin Reads It All, because first of all, he's so entertaining, and he seems like such a genuinely nice human being. Wish all the best for Gavin in life. But also, this man puts so much effort into planning his videos, like booking things a year in advance for these haunted, like his Halloween time videos with like going to the haunted nunnery and vlogging all of these experiences and everything. And I just truly enjoy watching him. And I'm gonna put Larry on here because I feel like she's so chaotic, but she puts out great content. And so I can be chaotic and also put out great content, right? That's the thing. I can do it. So anyway, that is that. And I'm going to leave this video here. Hopefully I don't have to reshoot this a third time. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you subscribe. And Riley says, hey. Catch you later.